Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Privacy by Default, Ensuring Minimal Data Collection. Privacy by default is a cornerstone of the Privacy by Design framework, advocating for minimal data collection as a baseline principle. This approach is not just a theoretical ideal, it is a pragmatic strategy that professionals can employ to safeguard user information and build trust. By implementing privacy by default, organizations can minimize risks associated with data breaches and non-compliance with privacy regulations, such as the General Data Protection Regulation. The essence of privacy by default is the proactive limitation of data collection to only what is necessary for the intended purpose. This lesson will delve into actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks that can empower professionals to successfully implement privacy by default in their organizations. One practical tool for implementing privacy by default is the Data Minimization Framework. This framework involves three key steps: data inventory, necessity assessment, and minimization execution. First, conducting a thorough data inventory allows organizations to identify and catalog all data collected and processed. This inventory should include details such as data type, collection method, storage location, and access permissions. The necessity assessment follows, where each data element is evaluated to determine its necessity for achieving the organizational objective. This step is crucial for identifying redundant or excessive data collection practices. Finally, minimization execution involves implementing technical and organizational measures to reduce data collection to the bare minimum. This might include revising data collection forms, adjusting data retention policies, or implementing automated data deletion protocols. A case study highlighting the effectiveness of the Data Minimization Framework is the approach taken by the messaging app Signal. Signal has gained recognition for its commitment to user privacy, collecting only the phone number of users and storing minimal metadata. This commitment stems from Signal's adherence to privacy by default principles, as the company deliberately limits data collection and retention. By doing so, Signal not only enhances user trust, but also reduces exposure to data breaches and regulatory scrutiny. Another practical tool for implementing privacy by default is the Privacy Impact Assessment. A PIA is a systematic process that helps organizations evaluate the privacy implications of their data collection practices. It involves identifying potential risks to personal data and developing strategies to mitigate these risks. A PIA typically includes stakeholder consultations, risk identification, and the formulation of risk mitigation strategies. Regular PIAs can help organizations ensure that their data collection practices align with privacy by default principles and remain compliant with evolving privacy regulations. The integration of privacy by default into product design is another critical aspect. Privacy by default should be embedded into the development lifecycle of products and services. This can be achieved through the adoption of the Secure Development Lifecycle Framework. SDL emphasizes the importance of incorporating security and privacy considerations at every stage of the development process, from design to deployment. By integrating privacy by default into the SDL, organizations can ensure that privacy considerations are prioritized throughout product development, leading to more secure and privacy-respectful products. A relevant example of privacy by default in product design is Apple's approach to user privacy. Apple has consistently implemented privacy features that limit data collection by default. For instance, Apple's Safari browser blocks third-party cookies by default, minimizing user tracking. This default setting reflects Apple's commitment to embedding privacy by default into its products, thereby protecting user privacy without requiring users to take additional steps. A significant challenge in implementing privacy by default is balancing data utility with privacy. Organizations often face the dilemma of needing data to enhance user experience or drive business insights while adhering to privacy by default principles. One effective strategy to address this challenge is the adoption of privacy-enhancing technologies. PETs, such as differential privacy and federated learning, allow organizations to derive insights from data while preserving individual privacy. Differential privacy, for instance, adds noise to datasets, ensuring that individual data points cannot be identified while still allowing for accurate aggregate analysis. Federated learning enables machine learning models to be trained across decentralized devices, allowing data to remain on local devices and reducing the need for centralized data collection. A case study illustrating the use of PETs is Google's implementation of federated learning in its Gboard keyboard app. Federated learning allows Gboard to improve its predictive text functionality without collecting user typing data on Google's servers. Instead, the learning process occurs locally on user devices, preserving user privacy by default. This approach demonstrates how organizations can leverage PETs to balance data utility with privacy by default. In addition to tools and frameworks, fostering a culture of privacy awareness within organizations is crucial for the successful implementation of privacy by default. This can be achieved through regular training programs, workshops, and the establishment of clear privacy policies. Encouraging employees to prioritize privacy considerations in their daily tasks can lead to more consistent adherence to privacy by default principles across the organization. Moreover, appointing privacy champions within different departments can help ensure that privacy considerations are integrated into various organizational processes and decision-making. Despite the numerous benefits of privacy by default, some organizations may resist its implementation due to perceived costs or complexity. However, the long-term benefits of privacy by default far outweigh the initial investment. By limiting data collection, organizations can reduce storage and processing costs, minimize the risk of data breaches, and avoid costly regulatory fines. Additionally, adopting privacy by default can enhance brand reputation and customer loyalty as consumers increasingly prioritize privacy-conscious brands. Statistics further support the importance of privacy by default. According to a 2020 survey by Cisco, 84% of consumers expressed a desire for more control over their personal data, and 48% of respondents had already switched companies due to data privacy concerns. These findings underscore the growing consumer demand for privacy-respectful practices and the potential business advantages of implementing privacy by default. In conclusion, privacy by default is a vital component of the privacy by design framework, emphasizing minimal data collection as a default setting. By implementing practical tools and frameworks such as the Data Minimization Framework, privacy impact assessments, and secure development lifecycle, organizations can effectively integrate privacy by default into their operations. Furthermore, the adoption of privacy-enhancing technologies can help balance data utility with privacy considerations, while fostering a culture of privacy awareness can ensure consistent adherence to privacy by default principles. Despite potential challenges, the long-term benefits of privacy by default, including reduced risks, enhanced brand reputation, and increased consumer trust, make it a valuable strategy for organizations in today's privacy-conscious landscape. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UXL, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.